Welcome everyone to our third season of Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything, but actually we know nothing. I think nobody expected us to be doing this for 3 seasons, but here we are. A Liverpool fan, Imran, Newcastle fan, Manjun, Chelsea fan, Robin. I myself, Mark, I'm a Fulham fan. Of course, the Premier League season is back. Surprises galore, but also some things never changed. Manchester United still losing to mid-table sides. So luckily for most of us here. Relieved to see that Erik ten Hag got off to a losing start. The first Manchester United manager to lose his first game in charge since Louis van Gaal.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a totally different Man U team. I think I hyped up ten Hag too much, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. Yeah, it's like they never changed at all. Yeah, so I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. Even though I saw their starting lineup, I thought, what the hell, why is Eriksen doing up alone? So I thought it's some masterclass by Erik ten Hag, but it turns out it's the same. He also just anyhow trying only. You don't know what he's doing also.
I think he see like, Guardiola anyhow use false nine, Klopp sometimes use false nine also. No, this kind of thing cannot anyhow just false nine and then expect Christian Eriksen, who has, I think, never played in that position before, to be able to perform well. Look like they had no focal point in attack at all. Like headless chickens at the back again, even though Harry Maguire didn't really make a mistake. But Lisandro Martinez had a very bad debut also. Could have given away a penalty. Yeah, but actually, to be honest, overall, it seemed a bit weird, but it wasn't exactly a very good, maybe I'm underestimating Brighton, but it didn't seem like it needed Brighton to have a very good performance to beat Man U either, which is probably a very worrying sign for Man U fans.
It's all doom and gloom at Man U. I think everybody has the sense of feeling that they can't, like, the season's already over even before it began. Yeah, and then but I mean, that's not just down to Ten Hag, right? It's down to the whole club and how it's being run and like their recruitment style. Looking a bit haphazard already, like you don't really know who to go for. Like, wait, who's available? We're just gonna take whoever that's available, and so it's like everything combined together, and then plus their performance, which looked like last season's performance. So feels a bit like nothing much has changed. No marquee signing to turn things around, and then the only the coach that you expected to make improvements also didn't really change anything.
That's true. I mean, there was a lot of, I won't say a lot, but there was a little bit, a degree of optimism from some Manchester United fans after, they won the Bangkok Cup. They talk about it as if it's like some like big silverware, like that, beating Liverpool 4-0, saying Anthony Martial, Jadon Sancho all look very promising, but that's now distant memory. Now they're being linked with players like Adrien Rabiot and Marko Arnautovic. Probably the most embarrassing thing is they did submit a bid for Arnautovic and had it rejected. So that's even worse. Have to ask Robin, I don't know, do you expect Manchester United to be more or less the same as last season throughout? Like, they're going to end up 6th or 7th again?
Yeah, I think so. As long as they can't get new signings in the key positions, like even just centre mid, if it's still McFred all the way, I think they will definitely be, maybe not make it to Europe, but I think might be worse than last year. So I don't know how their transfer system works behind the scenes, who's buying players or who's not buying players, right? So many windows to get new midfielders in, I think ever since Mourinho's time. But yeah, because they can't get anyone in, then they're stuck with these two clowns, right? Then no choice. The only one that made them work is maybe Solskjaer, looking so far back now.
Now asking for Ole to come back to the wheel.
Yeah, now you look back, it's like he actually did decently. What the hell with the shit that he got.
But I mean, okay, have to ask Majun, like, even though, okay, yes, it's true that the Manchester United players seem like they don't know what they're doing and all that, but you look on the team sheet, like compare it to Brighton's players, and Brighton didn't even sign a significant senior player this time round. Like, surely it must be enough to beat Brighton also.
I mean, even on paper, I'm not even that confident of their team. It seems like everyone's on the decline, even though they are good players. I think since last season, end of season, right, I don't think Bruno has a good game for quite a long time already. Since he had that hot start. Then they haven't really signed anybody besides Eriksen up front. So I think it's going to go down. I don't think they can count Bruno anymore.
Ronaldo.
Actually, speaking of Ronaldo, will you play him or will you keep him?
If you want to go, just let him go. Not like he will appreciate in value if you keep him.
Hey, Ronaldo,
I mean, if the player doesn't want to play, even if you keep him, like, maybe he won't perform well or what. But the problem now is that nobody else wants him also, so he also no choice. Stuck with Man U. Man U also stuck with him. So I guess they just have to somehow make it work.
I guess a bit like a relationship, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I don't have any energy today.
I don't know. I mean, this kind of analogies we are going to come up to think of on the spot. You mean your analogies you prepare beforehand?
No, no, of course not. Must be genuine. Huh?
Maybe it's me being excited. I want to mention this. Fulham, of course, with a 2-2 draw against Liverpool. For me as a Fulham fan, I think it was an impressive performance. I think there were some standout performances. Mitrovic, especially, I would say probably man of the match for that. Proving that he possibly can do it in the Premier League.
Okay lah, to be honest, not disappointed to have a draw because given how Liverpool are playing, they looked a bit rusty still, and then I mean Fulham played well lah, so 2-2 is sort of a deserved score for both sides. I mean, because ultimately still, I guess Liverpool still managed to score 2 goals, I guess without any like controversy. It's not like, oh, there's some wrong refereeing decision or what, right? So in that sense, I think it's a fair result. But yeah, Fulham looks quite impressive this time around. It looks like they are ready to play. And then as for Liverpool, and I think a lot of people hyping out Sadio Mane leaving, but I don't think, like looking at the score, at least it doesn't look like the attack's the problem. Maybe the defense is still a bit rusty with the organisation.
I think it's just a one-off cold start maybe for Liverpool. And if anything, the only worry would be Firmino. Like he was really quite non-existent, I feel. Like he really didn't do anything, which was quite disappointing. I thought he would have had a decent game linking up with the front two, especially when Fulham so high energy, right? I thought Firmino would have made himself more available and got the ball more, but Fulham just defended super well against him somehow lah. But of course, then they have options on the bench like Nunes, and then Jota is still injured or something. So I think it's way too early to write Liverpool off lah. They still have a lot of firepower in them. The only worry maybe long term could be midfield lah, sort of aging. Haven't really replaced anyone except with Elliott now, who is good, but just one guy, maybe not enough.
Liverpool don't have that tough of next few fixtures, so perhaps that won't be much of an issue. Next home game against Crystal Palace, next away game against Manchester United, so those are quite easy fixtures. Had to get that in. As someone who predicted that Fulham will be one of the 3 to still go down, does this change your mind in any way?
I think let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. I mean, there's a high chance that Mitrovic might end up with like 4 goals the whole season, anyways. So let's see whether he can continue first, right? But my worry with Fulham is that if he doesn't score, who's gonna fucking score? So yeah, so I think the whole season actually depends on him now.
Bournemouth managed to win against Aston Villa. Have to start with this because Manjun named Aston Villa in his top 6.
For fuck's sake.
So not looking good for your top 6 prediction already.
I'm a bit regretting my decision. They don't look too good. I mean, their signings look good on paper, but from what I read, they say it's something to do with Stevie G and his leadership in the dressing room. I don't know. And that's why Tyrone Mings isn't playing. I don't know. Somehow he's the captain there.
Yeah, I thought he removed him from that captaincy.
Removed from captain? Become who's now? Oh yeah, John McGinn.
McGinn,
Oh yes. Don't know lah. See how lah. But I don't think they'll get 6 anymore lah.
In terms of Stevie G, do you think maybe he will have a tough season for Aston Villa?
I think so. I think he may be gone this season. Because last season, I know that he didn't have a pre-season. He came in halfway through the league season, but I don't know. Aston Villa's performance hasn't been convincing last year either. I don't know. He came with quite a lot of optimism, and then the signings seem to be on point so far, but nothing's working. So I think looks like a tough road ahead for Aston Villa. It's like if you're doing everything right already, but the thing's still not working, then maybe it's just not a good fit.
But I guess in terms of the other promoted side, Nottingham Forest, 0 shots on target against Newcastle. Some people here did say Nottingham Forest would be their surprise package, but I think the surprise is that, absolutely nothing in the package. Manjun, bittersweet because at least Newcastle got 3 points.
Yeah, I don't care too much about Forest. But I mean, I expect us to win this game. And I mean, following how we played last season. So nothing much to add to here. I think our squad is like way better than Forest's team. So It should be an easy win as usual against promoted team. Yeah. I mean, for Forest, I mean, the only thing I looked at is their transfers. It's a fuck ton of players like from the Bundesliga. So I expect something. I mean, I didn't go research who they are, but their transfer fees look promising. So I guess All 10 million and above lah. So I think, you know, I mean, they're spending the money. Hopefully they don't be enough Fulham lah, like few years ago.
That's true. This is the old Fulham strategy of spending 100 million and maybe going down also. We'll see. I think, you know, bringing in so many players, I think like 12 players or something, is like a whole new team. I don't know if that strategy kind of works or not, especially because it takes time for the players to get to know each other, play in a system and all that. I think by the time that happens, maybe it's already too late already. But yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the Nottingham Forest corner routine where they have no players in the box. Yeah, then everyone all rush in and then the keeper just takes the ball like that. I think, I don't know, maybe that's a one-off. Hopefully we won't see that again. Kind of a damn squib kind of a performance from Nottingham Forest, given it's their first Premier League game in 23 seasons. I have to ask Robin, what was your reason for putting Forest as your dark horse?
Jesse Lingard, man. He's the big guy. I trust him to be the savior.
Yeah, they did pay over the odds for him. I think he's paid like what, 200,000 a week or something, some insane price like that. But
how they
we'll see if that
afford
comes
that
off.
shit, man? What the hell?
I think what a difference Newcastle has been just over like the past 6 months. Because they only really got their shit together in the last, like the second half of the season, right? When they changed the manager and all that, and then people were still wondering if they can still make it to safety or not. And then at the start we were still thinking, okay, maybe they're gonna scrape through, but in the end they ended the season pretty well and look to be continuing on. So I don't know where did the change come from there?
I mean, it will be cliche lah to say it's purely down to Eddie Howe. Most of it is him lah, but I think some of it can be acclaimed to the signings we made last season, like a major signings lah. You know, like Trippier, I think covered quite a bit of things. But I think the biggest one was Bruno. Like he actually is quite a big signing for us lah. So I think without them, I don't think we'll be doing as well now. So as much as he's a good manager, I think it's also the signings we made last season lah.
I think, if I'm not wrong, Imran did have Arsenal in his predicted top 4. Any reasons why?
Yeah, they look good pre-season. And then
Did they also win the Bangkok Cup also?
did they win any cups?
I don't know. Probably like the Audi Cup or something.
It got right. The one where they beat Chelsea.
It's always the fucking Audi Cup. Yeah.
Or Emirates Cup, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
You don't win, who wins, yeah, Emirates Cup.
Yeah, but yeah, they look good pre-season. I mean, their signings were good also. Feels like they addressed a couple of their issues. They were looking pretty impressive pre-season. And then I was even considering putting them as third, but I think, okay, maybe that's a bit too much.
Actually, I found this a little bit surprising. Arsenal are the biggest spender so far. Arsenal 102 million. But Chelsea, second highest spender so far. It doesn't seem like it actually. But Chelsea has spent 101 million. So Robin was the victim of watching the most boring game this weekend. Chelsea ground out a very, very tough 1-0 win over Everton.
I think it's just Koulibaly, honestly. He's really, really good. Although not super cram like halfway. So performance-wise, he as a new signing in the league, very, very good replacement for Rudiger. I think he looks great. Everyone else very normal. So basically the new signings were pretty good lah. Even Sterling was popping up in a lot of spaces, getting himself on the ball a lot. Could and probably should have scored, but that's the story of Sterling every game. Cucurella came on for a short while, looked pretty good. So at least now left wing back, we've got good cover. So it's just fluidity is not quite there. I don't know why, don't know how it's so bad also. Everton looked more energetic, especially with the Anthony Gordon. I really like the guy. But yeah, Chelsea looked pretty flat to be honest. Really, really quite lucky to get away with the win.
Concern or over Everton, or are they becoming like Burnley 2.0, bringing in Jim Tarkowski and friends?
I mean, they did bring in like a English reserve centre half pairing. You include Connor Cody lah. I don't know why it's that. It's the most random signing I've ever seen. But yeah, but before I predicted them to not be relegated, right? I didn't really look at their squad lah. It looks quite bad lah. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, if their marquee signing is gonna be Dwight McNeil, I think they're in for trouble lah. So I don't know how they're gonna score goals lah. If DLC doesn't come back, I don't know how they're gonna score goals. This year, yeah.
Okay. I guess some things never change. We still haven't gotten used to PCL.
Oh, they're gonna die. They're gonna play Force 9 again, Anthony Gordon. Everybody's gonna do that.
Yeah, maybe this false nine thing is going to be a theme in the season. That's an old trend already. But this season is going to be probably defined by number nines, especially the new number nines that have joined the Premier League. One of which, of course, is Erling Haaland, the first Man City striker to score a brace on his debut since Sergio Aguero. So, of course, that's always a good sign.
Yeah, I think he never stopped running, so that's good. But I think also something about West Ham's team doesn't look very impressive. I think the West Ham last season probably done better in this game. Like this game, they just let them play all the freaking way. I don't remember them touch. I only watched the first half. I don't remember them having like 10 touches of the ball in the first half. I mean, they probably had 20 lah, but I don't remember that much. I mean, I think he'll be good, but it's just like I think a bit inflated because I think West Ham just let him run through them all the way lah.
We can go into our predictions for match week 2. We can start with the big game. It's Chelsea against Spurs. Robin, afraid of this new Spurs?
Yes, yes. Conte and these new Spurs are very, very good, very solid. Players are fit, they're dangerous. The new signings have been quite on point. All of them since Conte came in. I think he really, really changed Spurs' outlook. And Chelsea, on the other hand, is opposite right now at the start of this season, looking still not quite match ready. Whereas Spurs, I think, are like much fitter and raring to go. So I'm very worried about this game. Yeah.
Things not looking good for Chelsea in this game. I think maybe still a bit too soon for them to be fixing their problems. Yeah, their new signings are good, but the new signings, especially the defensive area, are more of just replacing people that outgoing people, right? But I don't know if it's really like a improvement on them. It's like if you get Rudiger, you get Koulibaly, I think it's still like sort of similar level. And then Cucurella is to replace who again?
It's a 65 million cover lah.
Yeah. Actually, it seems like a very bizarre signing.
Yeah, and then Sterling also doesn't really improve the front line much, I think. Like, he's a good player. I feel they have a lot of this sort of players already. It's like your Ziyech, your Pulisic, or Kai Havertz. It's like, they are good players, but they're just not clinical. Then they go out and get another player that's the same. It's a good player, but not clinical. Then don't know what they're doing a bit.
I mean, I'm looking at Spurs attack. Like, it looks quite crazy lah. I mean, it looks quite scary on paper. Even when they're backups, fucking with Shah since the backup. So, is it too early? Is 3-0 too early? To Spurs. Sorry, Robin. Okay, I gotta go 3-0 to Spurs.
Wow,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it does seem very bold at the start, but I guess that will really shake the system up at Chelsea. For me, my prediction for first manager to get sacked is still Thomas Tuchel. I feel like Chelsea may have a tough start to the season. I think Spurs would give Chelsea their first problem to really face here. Spurs win 2-1. Imran.
Yeah, I wanted to go 2-1. Never mind lah, 2-0 lah, 2-0 to Spurs.
Okay. I don't know why we still are sticking to this. Everyone must be different, but sure. Okay, Robin.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Spurs also.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't know if this is like one of those reverse psychology.
It pains me. It pains me, but logically speaking, Spurs is favourites.
Okay. Now, on that bombshell, can ask Robin any game you want to highlight?
Yeah, I'm personally curious about United lah. So I would like to see Brentford United actually. I want to watch them play. Both teams, in fact. I want to see if Brentford continues their exciting football versus Man U's shit.
Of course, this is a return for Christian Eriksen,
I don't know
the place that resurrected his career.
I mean, I'm not as high as Brentford as I was last season. I mean, they made some good signings, but I think they could have some second season syndrome, I feel, more or less. But at this point, I don't see Man U winning anybody. I go for a safe 1-1.
Okay.
Baby steps.
And Imran, will Erik ten Hag get his first win as Manchester United?
Yeah.
I think they'll win. I think they'll win 2-1. So if I'm gonna predict, I'm gonna predict them to lose the following week already. So I need to give them a win.
Okay, thinking ahead. Okay, well done. Okay. In terms of this game, somehow I think Man U will win also. Not because they're going to lose to Liverpool, but I don't think Brentford have a great record against them also. And it does seem like the kind of game that I think Man U can squeak one out. I think I'll go 2-1 Man U.
Yeah, I'll go for a draw, 1-1.
Aston Villa, Everton, but if that one more of just to see who's worse.
Yeah.
this season. I think quite this game actually should be quite an accurate gauge, right? Since both sides are like I think quite maybe at the same level. It's like supposed to be like mid-table, but like pushing for top 6 level. But then both sides didn't do well last season and not doing well this season. So I think they are like a good measure for each other at this point. I think they both start equally now. I think should be a draw. Yeah, maybe 1-1.
I think I'm just sad that this isn't the Kazoo derby anymore because Everton becomes some stupid stake.com. Okay, I think Aston Villa's star-studded team sort of I think should be better than Everton's. Everton really looks quite shit. So then go for a Villa win. 2-0 Villa.
Aston Villa are favourites. But I would prefer to see Ollie Watkins start instead of Danny Ings there. I feel like Danny Ings is a bit of the Ronaldo like that. He come in and disrupt the front line. Then they start to play differently, not as fluid. So I think Aston Villa will win narrow margin, 1-0.
I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa. Most people speak for top versus most people speak for bottom. So yeah, I think we can start with Robin first. How many will Man City get against Bournemouth?
Okay, the thing I don't know how well Bournemouth played for reals, but I think Man City is too damn much for them. I go 4.
Okay, I think Bournemouth should be not much different from last season. They don't really have any signings, right?
Yeah, hello, excuse me. They got Euro superstar Kiefer Moore. Let me remind you. The tallest dude.
Yeah, the best defense last year, right? Championship.
Yes, yeah, they were quite defensive. Yeah, people saying that they are this year's version of Stoke because they got the tall guy up front, defensive. I think that's where the similarities end.
Yeah. Okay, I think it may be a similar performance for City against West Ham because that one also defensive, right? So maybe 2-0 also.
Okay, Manjun.
Yeah, I think go 2-0 but I think Bournemouth will play better than West Ham. Yeah, I think they at least try. God damn, West Ham didn't even try.
If this is the Scott Parker, I know he will not try at all. It will be another sit back and wait performance. But I'm going to go for low score also. I'm going to go 2-0. I don't think, if the team sits back, low block and everything, I think Man City going to find it hard to rack up the goals.
I guess we can do Arsenal, Leicester.
I think Arsenal's right back is now injured or what? They played Ben White. So I think he could be a weak link. Oh. Yeah, so that could be an outlet for Leicester to try. Otherwise, they are relying on that youngster, right? What, Drewsbury Hall, like what a cool name. But yeah, I think Arsenal's team is definitely way too strong. I want to see Jesus do well because I think he's the one that Chelsea should have bought. I think Arsenal will still win 2-1.
I'm going to go Arsenal win, maybe 3-1.
Yeah, I think it feels like an easy Arsenal win actually. Leicester feels like a bit lackluster this season. How much should Arsenal win the first one? 2-0. I think another 2-0.
I think it'll be a good weekend in North London. So I'm going to go for another 3-0 win.
Can I also say, right, the analysis from Robin about Arsenal's right back, right? I think that's the best analysis we've had in a very long time.
What the
we don't do that kind of level of research. Right? In terms of the remaining 5 games, we'll run through them. Yeah, we can start from earliest to latest. We start with Southampton Leeds on Saturday, 10 p.m.
I'm so uninspired by this game. But I think go for a Leeds win. I think Jesse March seems like a cool dude. So
okay.
I'll go with the young boy, the younger manager. Yeah, I'll go for 1-0 Leeds win.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of analysis we're more used to. Judging based on cool factor. I think this will be a boring game. I'll go 1-1 between Southampton Leeds. England.
Yeah, I think it'll be a draw. So I think 0-0.
Yeah,
more boring. Okay.
0-0.
Brighton Newcastle. Start with the Newcastle fan.
I think it'll be a draw, regardless. I go for 1-1.
I shall be the first to go for a 2-2 here for fun.
Oh yeah, correct.
The
That's our favorite scoreline. Okay, I think this will be a Newcastle win. We're going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
Brighton, they usually also play attacking already, right?
Danny Welbeck, baby.
And in this case, where like both teams are generally more attacking and they're not going up against a bigger club, like they will try to go for the win. So I think 3-1 Newcastle.
Oh,
nice.
So optimism I never see before.
Yeah,
Okay,
and the way
thank
they
you.
built up the game, I think Sky Sports will hire you also to build up this game for them. Brighton against Newcastle. Okay. Next will be the last Saturday 10 p.m. game. Wolves will be hosting Fulham. I can start this first. I don't think Fulham will win. 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go for Fulham win. 2-1 Fulham.
Is it too optimistic for 2 wins in a row for Fulham? I don't know. I feel like they sort of on a roll.
Wait, what
One
wins
win,
in a
one win,
row?
2 wins.
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah, we only drew against you.
Oh yeah, draw only, right? Okay,
It just seemed like a win though.
Yeah, it feels like a win for Fulham. Okay, I think Fulham win 2-1.
Okay, Robin.
Wolves will always have a problem without Jimenez, I think. But I'll write the optimism for Fulham 1 more week. So Fulham 1-0.
There's this stat: if a promoted side earns 8 points in their first 5 games, they have a 96% chance of survival. So this is a good.
That's great.
Wow.
Step towards
Yeah, I
that.
want it there.
Last stats, man.
A team that will be hoping that they will be getting a bit closer to that. Nottingham Forest will be hosting against West Ham. Any likelihood of a reaction from Forest?
No lah. I mean, I think I predicted they are going to go down. So West Ham win. Maybe 1-0.
Have to give Indran a bit of credit. Everybody all getting excited about Forest's return. He's the only one amongst the 4 of us to predict Forest to go down. Whereas the rest of us got carried away.
Okay, I think they will be dark horses sooner or later, but not this week. So,
Okay.
I think got them. I think David Boy just start off his freaking players. Maxwell Cornet, Skameka, let's start with them. I think they should be able to beat Forest easily. I go for 3-1, 3-1 West Ham.
But West Ham to win 2-1.
I'll go West Ham 2-0.
Liverpool against Palace.
Previous time we faced them in pre-season already won 3-0. So I think 3-0 Liverpool.
Oh yeah, you went to watch this game, right?
Yeah, I went to watch it live.
Oh, the International Champions Cup. Oh,
You remember the name of the cup? Okay.
Yeah, Liverpool to bounce back. I think it'll be 2-0.
I think it should be a 2-0. I think Palace look okay. I like their new guy. That African dude with a most generic African French name I ever heard in my life.
What, check to Korea?
Check the Korea for fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like what, our 5th check to Korea in the Premier League already.
Anybody check the Korea. Yeah.
It's our version of Nicholas Tan or something. Okay. Same. Gonna go Liverpool win. No surprises here. 3-0 Liverpool.
Does the World Cup affect the scheduling also, actually?
Yeah, it does also. This is the earliest we've started a season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
This start of August, ma. There's like 1 whole month of transfer window left. Yeah. Don't know why Man U panicking so fast.
They should. I mean, they've been holding out for Frankie forever.
I think this Frankie de Jong thing going to ruin their whole summer.
Oh, I love it.
Waiting. Yeah.
Then suddenly, like,
Then confirm at the end he won't go on.
they go Chelsea, then GG.
Wow.
I think that's even worse than him staying at Barcelona. It's like he leaves, then he go Chelsea. Even
That's
though
true.
Man U have been chasing him, and then his old manager there, then he's like, fuck, I don't want to go to Man U.
Disaster at that Barcelona. Very disaster.
How the hell they are allowed to sign players is a joke.
They say they go until Saturday, right? Not Frank Cassie needs to zao. Christensen you zao. Don't know.
Yeah, what the hell? What a mess. But people still want to go, then it's like ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't know whether it's a mess yet, because if they can register their players eventually, then still okay.
Yeah, then it's the best summer transfer window we've ever seen.
Yeah, lor.
No money still can buy players.
As in, but I don't know what they're doing. They just buy everybody. Like,
They put on hold first. And just give away. Also haven't pay fee yet. Haven't paid the wages yet.
they just see like who available, then like, oh, this player good, then they buy. Oh, that player good, then they buy. But like no strat, they have you just anyhow whack.
Always surprised whenever, like, I thought the Jules Koundé signing was like, oh, free hit for Chelsea. And suddenly Barca like, oh, we also won. Yeah, oh.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Basically anybody also Chelsea, also Barcelona also won. So
Hey Robin, when's your new video coming out?
you watch every week.
No, I watch his Grapes one only. I never watch any.
I also only watched the Grips one only.
I watched the Grips halfway, then I got bored.
Okay, a bit of feedback here. So where did you drop off?
No, after a while it's like a recurring thing already. It's like, just trying to find people. So I think I watched until the auntie trim coffee, and I'm like, okay lah, that's probably gonna be the best part already. We the longest running show on local TV already.
What the fuck is that shit?
Longest running series at 3 years. Got anything on TV for 3 years or not? Don't have.
That's our first episode of our 3rd season already. Hopefully more seasons to come. Even though we know nothing, hopefully today you've learned something. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.